from Brussels, Belgium, home of great chocolate, great beer, and great waffles. The wintertime is not the best time to come to Europe, but it can be if you want to pay lower prices and deal with less tourists. But I highly recommend coming in the spring, summer, and fall unless you're going to Switzerland or if you are wanting to come for Christmas, because it is a great place to come for Christmas time. Brussels has about 2.1 million people. That is including the metropolitan area. Brussels is located in a very unique part of Europe because it sits in the crossroads of the Romantic South and the Germanic North. So you see evidence of both of those kinds of European cultures here in Brussels. It is the de facto capital of the European Union, and also it is an alpha global city. People in Brussels speak French, Dutch, and Flemish. French is most widely spoken, with being spoken with well over 90% of the population. And so you're going to hear more French than anything else. All the signs and everything is in French. So it was Dutch used to be up until the 18th, around the late 18th century. Sorry, the late 19th century. I believe it was it was Dutch, and then French kind of took over. And I think that had to do with some of the conflicts that were going on in Europe, and the cultural shifts kind of coincided with those conflicts that different countries were having with each other, and so the French language became the dominant language here. So English is widely spoken. English is a global language, and it's widely spoken here, more here than it is in places like France. So you won't have trouble finding people who do speak the English language. Anyone who watches movies, or at least watched movies in the 1990s, knows who Jean-Claude Van Damme is, and they call him the Muscles from Brussels. And a lot of people don't know he's from Belgium. They think he's from France or something, but yeah, he's from here in Brussels, and he's actually a VIP member of the EU Parliament, so that's kind of cool. And as far as tourism, you have the Stocklit Palace. You have the Grand Place, which is the big square, that's been around for hundreds of years, where they used to execute people and hold, festivities and all of that. And a lot of those buildings were built hundreds of years ago. They've been restored many times, but it's very, very historic and a great place to get a lot of pictures and videos, and to get some souvenirs and try out some good chocolate, beer, and waffles and all of that stuff. Stuff that's 100% Brussels and 100% Belgium. The Basilica of the Sacred Heart, is a big church that's, there's a lot of old churches and a lot of museums here in Europe, and you can just take your pick on which ones you want to see. You also have the Royal Palace. You have the Atomium, which is like a big conglomerate of electrons, neutrons, and it's pretty cool. It's a great big structure. It just looks like a bunch of atoms, and you don't have to be a science fan to appreciate something like that. I was able to go by there on the hop-on big bus tour. I think it was actually a sightseeing bus tour, but it's just a competitor. And they had like two different routes. You pay, I think, what was it? It was only like €25 to ride both routes. You get on one route, you finish one route, and then you get on the next route, which is right across the street. And so you can see really, literally the best of the best and almost everything there is to see here in Brussels in about 2 or 3 hours time, which is very nice, whether you're here for a short time or a long time. In my case, I was here for just a day. So when you come to Brussels, you have to see Godiva or Godiva. It's pronounced either way. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Godiva. I call it Godiva. My mother was a fan of Godiva chocolate. They have Godiva chocolate cafes here in Brussels, and Brussels is where the headquarters is. It's owned by a Turkish company, and Godiva is named after Lady Godiva, who was a British wife of a British nobleman who protested the way that he treated his tenants. He owned a lot of real estate, and she rode around on horseback naked, and I think it was late 1800s. And so Lady Godiva is what Godiva chocolate was named after. So anyway, Brussels, awesome place. It's in the heart of Europe, and if you come, try and come when the weather's nicer, but if not, you're still going to have a great time. I'll see you in Amsterdam. Peace out.